Hello everyone. Today is the fourth class of electrical machine 2. So class number 4, electrical machine 2 is your subject. Okay. So today I have to discuss that the distribution winding on distribution factor, right? Distribution factor. What is the distribution factor of a winding? And last day I have discussed the coil span factor, right? Coil span factor I have discussed last day, and today I have to discuss the distribution factor. So distribution factor, what is the distribution factor? So write first statement, the ratio of the phasor sum of the EMFs induced in all the coils, the ratio of the phasor sum of the EMFs induced in all the coils distributed in a number of slots under one pole to the arithmetic sum of the EMFs induced within bracket right or to the resultant of EMFs induced in all coils concentrated in one slot under one pole is known as distribution factor called KD. Okay, or you can write breadth factor, BREADTH. So what is, so the expression will be KD, or you can write KB, that will be equals to the EMF induced in distributed winding under one pole divided by EMF induced if the winding would have been concentrated. Okay, so that means what? If we consider a distributed winding, what happens? A total resultant winding is classified into several categories. So last day I have discussed that under a north pole there are several number of slots, first, second, third, fourth. Suppose these 5 slots are there, or 6. So under this north pole there are 6 number of slots are there. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, suppose in this slot you have E1, in this slot we have E2, in this slot you have E3, in this slot E4, E5, E6 will be your result, is your flux, okay, or EMF induced. Okay, so now if we consider the algebraic sum of this EMF, so it will looks like, suppose this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, 1 2 3, okay, 1 2. Suppose this one E1, this is E2, this is E3, this is E4, this is E5. Okay, E5 actually little bit bent, E5, and this is E6. Okay, suppose, and what will be the algebraic sum of these? This is the algebraic sum. Suppose under this within this slot it will be EA. Okay, resultant flux will be EA. So it is EA. So what is the EA flux? That will be exactly equals to E1 plus E2 plus E3. These are okay up to E6. So this is the concept. Okay, so actually EA means the algebraic EA means what? EA will be your algebraic sum of these two, and EA will be algebraic. EA means the total resultant sum of these distributed windings. Okay, and algebraic sum will be EA just modulus of EA equals to E1 plus E2 plus E3, whatever the results, E4 up to E6. Okay, so what is the KD? By according to this definition, you can write that KD will be EA vector by modulus of EA, or you can write it will be P vector and it is Q. Okay, so P vector by Q, or you can write P vector by Q. This is equals to, for this case, KD. Okay, so you have to find the KD expression, and it is the, by definition we can say that the KD will be the distribution factor, which is nothing but the ratio of these two. Okay, so now write one statement again. One statement means another expression. Right under this one, write phasor sum. Right, phasor sum of all components of EMF. Components of EMF divided by arithmetic sum or algebraic sum. Arithmetic sum of the components of EMF. See, this is the arithmetic sum and this is the phasor sum. Just dividing, we get this KD. Okay, so here we have to find the expression first. Okay, so first we have to assume something, right? The distribution factor. Okay, write some facts under this distribution factor. Right, distribution factor is always less than unity. Always remember, distribution factor is always less than unity. Distribution factor is always less than unity. First concept. Okay, second one, let, second point, right? Let number of slots per pole equals to Q. Let number of slots per pole equals to Q. Here we are considering Q equals to 6. Here we are considering Q equals to 6. Okay, that's why by adding we have get the E6. Maximum term will be E6. Okay, so let number of slots per pole is Q, and number of slots per pole per phase, and number of slots per pole per phase equals to small q. Okay, we are consider here number of slots per pole equals to capital Q, and number of slots per pole per phase equals to small q. Okay, then induced EMF in each coil, then just write and induced EMF in the each coil will be EC. So we have to consider these three concepts first. So Q is the number of slots per pole, small q will be the number of slots per pole per phase, and EC is the EMF induced in each coil. Okay, so next write angular displacement, third point, angular displacement between the slots, angular displacements between the slots. Always remember, angular displacement will be 180 by capital Q. Angular displacement of each of the coil between two slots, gamma equals to 180 degree by Q. Always electrical 180 degree by capital Q. Capital Q equals to number of slots per pole. So what is the angle? See, you can see it is 180 degree, right? So 180 degree is divided into 6 categories, 6 slots. So what is the slots? Angular displacement between two slots. Here it is 30 degree. Here in this example it is 30 degree. Okay, so this is the third point. And fourth point, please consider fourth point, the EMF induced in different coils of one phase, EMF induced in different coils of one phase under one pole are represented by suppose this is O point, okay, and this is A point, B point, C point, D point, E point, F point looks like. Okay, so by joining these points, we can get okay. So OA, OB, OC, OD, OE, OF, OG, or you can write please G. Okay. So what is the angle? Total angle. This is your gamma. This is your gamma, 30 degree. Okay, for this case we are considering 30 degree, but in general we are taking gamma. Okay, so now draw a perpendicular. So draw a perpendicular over here, again draw a perpendicular over here, again draw a perpendicular over here, again draw a perpendicular over here, and all the perpendicular you have to draw. Okay, so it will be how much? This angle will be gamma by 2. Okay, this angle will be equals to gamma by 2. Okay, so now write okay, the EMF, what is the statement? Last I have discussed the EMF induced in different coils, EMF induced in different coils of one phase under one pole are represented by the side A, B, C, C, D, D, E, E, F and F, G respectively, and dot 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 dot. Okay, just dot dot, which are equal in magnitude, they are all equal. Okay, they are equal in magnitude, because it is very much clear that under a certain pole the slots which are present to form a phase, they are carrying same amount of current, that is they are carrying equal amount of EMF, produced equal amount of EMF across them. Okay, that's why this length of AB, BC, CD, EF and GH all are magnitudically same. Okay, so let us consider within bracket, let the magnitude is EC. So per coil or per slot, whatever you can say, the EMF induced per coil or per slot will be considered as EC. Okay, we are taking here EC. And differ in phase by angle gamma degree. Differ in phase by angle gamma degree from each other. Differ in phase by angle gamma degree from each other. So EC and gamma here we are taking. Okay, so now if we apply the geometry, then what happens? See, if we apply over here the geometry, you can see that the EC equals to is nothing but what? AB. EC equals to magnitude of EC equals to AB, also equals to BC, also equals to CD, and similarly, right? So now you have to find these values. So EC, magnitude of EC, which will be equals to 2 into, you can write directly by applying the geometry, 2 into OA into sine gamma by 2. Why? Because you can say that this is the OA, this is OA, and this is gamma by 2. So this angle will be what? So if we consider this is OA, suppose OA, okay, and this is the perpendicular, okay, this is a perpendicular OE, or you can write this point equals to small b. So O small b, okay, and so this is your gamma by 2 angle. So this OA and this one will be OB equals to what? OB equals to OA cos gamma by 2 and A small b, which will be equals to what? Which will be equals to OA sin gamma by 2, right? So here OA sin gamma by 2. So this angle equals to OA sin gamma by 2, and similarly this one again equals to OA sin gamma by 2. So by adding these two, 2 into OA sin gamma by 2. Okay. So what is the magnitude of EC? 2 into OA sin gamma by 2. So similarly AB equals to this one, BC equals to this one, CD equals to this one. All of the magnitudes are equal to 2 into OA sin gamma by 2. Okay. So now this is the phasor sum of components of EMF. Okay. Okay. So now EC, and now the resultant sum, right? The resultant sum of all EMF ER can be equals to what? AG. Here you can write it is AG. What is AG? Here we are taking monetary degree, but it is actually taking gamma into q, small q, right? Gamma into small q. So AG means what? AG means q into 2 into OA sin gamma by 2. Okay, to q into, so q times of it, so resultant sum equals to what? Just q into ec. So because there are q number of slots are there, so ec will be result in each slot or in each coil, so q into ec equals to here, so nothing but this one. Okay, I'm making an equation number 1, making this equation number 1, so put it equation number 1. Okay, so now you have to find the resultant of them, so or the vector sum. So vector sum of all components, that will be equals to p vector. So what is the p vector here? See here, p vector equals to 2 into OA sine AOG by 2, right? Here we are taking it is 180 degree, right? But actually there are q slots are there, small q slots are there, and each slot having magnitude angle gamma by 2. So what will be result? So 2 into OA sine q into gamma by 2. Because what is AOG? What's the angle of AOG? Each angle is gamma. Each angle is gamma. So here are q number of angles are there. So total angle is how much? Q into gamma, right? Total angle equals to q into gamma. So angle AOG is nothing but angle AOG is nothing but angle q into gamma. So angle AOG is nothing but angle q into gamma. So angle AOG put q into gamma by 2. So it will be p vector equals to, that is the resultant sum of these. This is the arithmetic sum. This is the arithmetic sum. This is the resultant sum. Or you can write it is capital Q. Okay. So capital Q equals to this one. So p by q, we know the kd equals to what? P vector by q. So kd equals to nothing but 2 into OA sine q gamma by 2 by q into 2 into OA sine gamma by 2. So just cancel out them in these quantities. We have sine q gamma by 2. So what is the resultant? So here we can write kd equals to, or here kd equals to 2 cancel out, OA cancel out. So sine q gamma by 2 divided by small q into sine gamma by 2. So this is your wind distribution factor. Okay, so here we have two formulae. What are the formulae? First one, last day I have discussed the coil strength factor, and today I have discussed the distribution factor. Okay, so now by summary we have Kc equals to cos theta by 2. Okay, Kc equals to cos theta by 2, and where theta equals to chording angle. Okay, chording angle, and here kd equals to sine q into gamma by 2. Okay, and where here gamma equals to what? Which angle? Gamma equals to what I have written. Gamma equals to what? Initially first I have to write gamma equals to the angular displacement between the slots. Angular displacement between the slots. Okay, so these two formula. Okay, so now you can write winding factor equals to kd into kc. Always remember, winding factor equals to kd into kc. These two types of factors are there. So cos, so sine q into gamma by 2 into cos theta by 2 divided by q into sine gamma by 2. This is your winding factor. Okay, so winding factor have two types of factors. First one is distribution factor, second one is coefficient factor. So by multiplying these two, we get that ultimate winding factor. Okay, so now today I have to complete a problem regarding this formula. Okay, so now example, write one problem. Calculate the distribution factor. Calculate the distribution factor for a 36 slots single layer 3-phase winding having 4 poles. So calculate the distribution factor for a 36 slots, single layer 3-phase winding for having 4 poles. Okay, so what are the data? So first you can write the total number of slot. S equals to what? Given. We can write given S equals to 36. Number of pole P equals to 4. And single layer 3-phase. Okay. So M equals to 3. 3 phases. We had number of slots. Okay. This is number of poles. This is number of phase. Okay, so you can write that capital Q equals to what? Capital Q equals to number of slots per pole. Number of slots per pole. How much? Total slots 36. Number of pole is 4. So it will be 9. So capital Q equals to 9. Here we can say capital Q equals to 9, right? And small q equals to what? Small q equals to number of slots per phase per pole per phase. Number of slots per phase or per pole per phase. Okay, so which will be equals to capital Q by small m, or you can directly apply S by P into M. Okay, whatever you can say. So by applying same thing, 36 by 4 into 3, that will be 3. So or you can write 9 by 3, that will be again 3. So small q equals to 3. Okay, so in this formula we have small q. Okay, small q. So small q are known quantities now. By you have to find now gamma just. Okay, so what is the gamma? Gamma equals nothing but the last time I have discussed. Gamma equals to what? 180 degree by capital Q. Always remember, gamma equals to 180 degree by number of slots per pole. Gamma equals to number of slots per pole. So, or you can write gamma equals to the angle between two slots. Okay, so gamma equals to what? 180 degree by capital Q. What is the value of capital Q? 9. So it will be 20 degree, right? So small q, it is also known quantities now. So just apply, put here, you can get the KD. So your KD will be, what is the formula? KD equals to sine q means 3 into gamma means 20 degree by 2 divided by q means 3, small q means 3, sine gamma means 20 degree by 2. So what is, it will be sine 30 degree by 3 into sine 10 degree, right? Sine 30 degree by 3 into sine 10 degree, you can get 0.96 approximately. Okay, so your answer will be 0. So KD equals to always less than 1. Remember, KD equals to always less than 1. Okay, so this is your main concept, and one maths are there. So this math, next math is very much complex type. Complex type means highest category math regarding this theory. So next day I will discuss the math, and we will move to the EMF of a coil. Okay, or EMF of a coil. 2 more classes are required to complete this module. Okay, so it requires 6 classes. Okay, so 4 class already done. Today is your 4th class. It is almost completed. So now next day I will start a numerical. This numerical is the highest most theory part of this topic. And okay, so today's class is up to this much. Thank you.